Okay guys, well it's time to start the build, so let's get started. Alright guys, as you can see I'm wearing my anti-static wristband, which is pretty important. Do not underestimate the importance of one. Even though it's pretty unlikely your parts are going to get electrified or electrocuted, zapped, whatever you want to call it. People still win the lottery and people still get struck by lightning, so better safe than sorry. Saves a lot of tears and it's only cheap. Now as you see, I've just put my 1000 watt power supply in, which is it's from the ZX series, OZC, and it is modular. You can just see in there. I think let's just switch the on. Yeah, there you go. That's where you plug it in. Plug all your cables in. Being a modular one, we've got them all in a case here for later usage there. All the connectors we need are in there, which is cool. So, onto the next thing, which is the motherboard. Alright guys, the motherboard is a bit more exciting than the power supply. Not much you can say about a power supply, but this is the Crosshair V formula from Asus or Asus, as I've heard some people pronounce it. Republic of Gamers, of course, made this. Let's open it up. There we go. Alright, it's out of the box now, as you can see. Just take this plastic thing off. Oh, there we go, we can see a board. It's a lovely board, this. See, room for RAM. It's got a lovely black and red design on all the heat sinks and so on. Like the Southbridge heatsink there. PCI slots. Northbridge and MOSFET heatsinks there. Well, I'm not going to be hooking the phase change up to this right away because I'm going to need to insulate all around this CPU area with nail varnish, kneaded eraser and some other things, just because we don't want condensation forming on the actual board, seeing as we're using a sub-zero cooling. What can I say about this board? It's a great board. It's got a lot of features packed with tons of BIOS options. Even comes with a red edition of CPU-Z, which is a great status monitor. So yeah. Alright, well let's get to it. I'm going to have to put this down because I can't hold this and put this in at the same time. So okay, as you can see, we've got all the backing screws into position there, all across. Now I'm going to lower the motherboard in and screw it in. Right guys, step 2 done. It's in. Yeah, shield's on there, and it's aligned, ready to be screwed up. So we're going to screw this on now. Alright guys, we've got it all screwed in and secure now. All screwed in, no problems. Looking good so far. On to the next item. Alright, next up on the agenda is to start to put a few cables in. I need to attach them to the power supply, as you can see. So I'm going to start attaching these, get everything I need for everything when I plug everything else in. Okay, these are wires I've got to work with, and we'll get to it. Alright, as you can see, I've taken the back off this just for just so it's easier to get cable management sorted out. As you see, you've got a nice amount of space behind the motherboard there to route them all, so should have no problem with it. Right guys, this is the my Windows boot drive I'll be using. The Vertex 3 from OCZ is SATA 3 hard drive. It is very fast. Let's see. See that? Yep. There you go. It's got a maximum read of up to 535 megabytes a second, write of up to 480 megabytes a second. It's a very fast hard drive, so let's put it in. Alright guys, there's the solid-state drive installed. Right guys, next up is the RAM. I've got Corsair Dominator RAM, 8GB, DDR3, speed 1600 MHz, latency is 88824. So good RAM, and it's going in those two red slots right, the two red slots right there. There we go, nice and installed there. Now for the CPU. Okay, this is the first CPU that I had. Well, it's a CPU that I've had lying around for a while. It's the 975 Black Edition. I know it's not the best or anything like that. We'll be getting the Bulldozer and the 6-core Phenom very soon. This is my sacrificial test CPU. Alright, CPU installed there. I'm pretty much ready now. Everything else I'm ripping out of that computer until I've got a Blu-ray writer that I'm going to rip out of it, and I'm going to make do with the graphics card that's in there until the 7000 series comes out. So that's doing something at the minute, so I'm going to have to wait quite a while for that. Right, so that's pretty much it on this for today. Oh well, I can attach my SATA cables, my SATA cable, I suppose. I'll do that now. Alright, this is mostly all the wiring done now. It's getting late and it's bedtime, so I'm just going to put my PCI covers on here and hit the sack. I'll finish this later. Okay guys, the other two hard drives in there are Western Digital Velociraptors 10,000 RPM, the 300GB versions. So a nice hard drive setup there. Alright guys, you've seen the video. I apologise for the low quality. However, now just a quick overview of it all. Okay. First here, we've got the OZC Vertex 3 solid state drive. That's my main boot drive. Then we've got two Western Digital Velociraptors there, 10,000 RPM, 300GB capacity each. In the top here, we've got the Blu-ray drive. See that? That's from Pioneer. Nice fast drive. Inside, graphics card from my old PC, the 4870X2. That will probably be replaced very, very shortly because I'm selling it with my old PC. I have got the stock cooling fan on. It's not very good, as you'd expect. Now I know the thing you're noticing about the wires, about the wiring, it's not very neat, as you can see. They are a bit everywhere, unfortunately. There are two reasons for that. One, I'm going to be taking the motherboard out in a few days to insulate it, and two, the wires are too short. But we have a solution to that, and they actually just came today. What you do when your power cables are too short, you simply get extenders. So I have extenders for the main 24 pin, the 8 pin CPU in the corner there, and the optional 4 pin next to the fan wires there. And so that'll enable me to hide all my other wires very effectively. I think that's about it at the moment for the build so far. Hope you enjoy watching it and all. Any questions, comments, or anything otherwise, please leave in comments or send me a message.